What if every time you saw 1111, the universe was whispering your destiny? What if it wasn't just a coincidence, but a coded signal from your higher self? Scientists call it quantum synchronicity, mystics call it divine alignment. And the truth? Both are right. Because 1111 isn't just a number, it's a frequency. And once you understand what it means, your reality will never look the same again. You've seen it everywhere, on your phone, your receipts, your microwave, even your dreams. Every time you glance at the clock, 1111. And at first, you laugh it off. You tell yourself it's just coincidence. But deep down, a voice whispers, there's something more here. You try to ignore it, yet it keeps showing up. Almost like the universe refuses to be ignored. But here's the real question, why now? Why are so many people, especially in this generation, suddenly awakening to these signs? Let's get real. We live in the most connected yet spiritually disconnected era of human history. We scroll more, but we feel less. We chase validation online while quietly starving for meaning inside. And somewhere between anxiety, overthinking, and endless self-comparison, we forgot that we're made of energy, not just flesh. The average person checks their phone 96 times a day. That's 96 missed chances to check in with their own soul. And that's the problem. We've become quantumly out of tune with ourselves. We forgot how powerful our consciousness really is. See, in quantum physics, every atom in your body is 99.999999% empty space. What fills that space? Energy. Frequency. Possibility. Your thoughts are not random, they are vibrations that ripple through that quantum field. So when you keep seeing 1111, it's not a random glitch in your day. It's a mirror. A reflection showing you, you're slipping out of alignment. Wake up. Let me tell you a story. A woman named Emily wrote to me once. She said, every time I think about changing my life, leaving my toxic job, I see 1111. It scares me. I asked her one question, what if it's not warning you, but calling you? A week later, she quit her job. She started painting again, something she hadn't done since she was 14. 6 months later, her art went viral. She said, 1111 didn't scare me anymore, it became my green light. That's the problem most people miss. We treat signs like 1111 as magic tricks, instead of messages. But here's the deeper layer. When you ignore those signs, your reality starts to glitch. Opportunities slip away. You feel stuck. You keep repeating cycles. Because you're not listening to the frequency of your higher timeline. Every time you doubt your worth, every time you give in to fear, you collapse your quantum potential into limitation. That's what quantum physicists call the observer effect. What you focus on, expands. What you fear, solidifies. And that's why 1111 keeps showing up. It's a wake-up code. Not from angels in the sky, but from the quantum field that created you. It all started with a strange discovery. Not by a mystic, but by scientists studying subatomic reality. They found that particles, tiny bits of energy smaller than atoms, change their behavior when observed. That means consciousness, your awareness, literally influences matter. This was the birth of quantum physics. And quietly, it began confirming what ancient spiritual masters always taught. We create with our focus. Thousands of years ago, mystics in Egypt, Tibet, and India said, the outer world is a reflection of the inner one. Today, quantum theory says, reality collapses based on your attention. Two different languages, same truth. And here's where it gets wild. When you see 1111, your subconscious pauses, for just a second. That pause pulls your awareness out of autopilot and back into the quantum field. It's like the universe slipping a note under your door saying, hey, your energy just synced with something bigger. Now think about this. 1111 appears most when you're about to make a choice, think deeply, or shift direction. Why? Because your vibration, your thoughts, emotions, and intentions, are in flux. The universe mirrors that energy through synchronicities. I call this moment the 0 point. It's that invisible bridge between your current timeline and your next one. Every time you see 1111, you're being reminded that you're standing at that bridge. I remember my own story. It was 2 a.m., years ago. I was at rock bottom, broke, heartbroken, completely lost. I looked at my phone, 1111. I sighed and muttered, "Yeah right, universe. Sure." But something in me shifted. That night, I wrote down everything I wanted to change, just one page. The next morning, I woke up lighter. Opportunities started appearing, random emails, new people, unexpected offers. It felt like the world started rearranging itself around my intention. Coincidence? Maybe. But in quantum terms, it was resonance. My energy finally matched what I wanted, instead of what I feared. Practical exercise number 1, the pause technique. Next time you see 1111, don't just smile and scroll. Stop. Breathe. Ask yourself 3 questions. What am I thinking right now? What emotion am I feeding? What outcome do I want instead? That 11-second pause shifts your vibration. It moves you from unconscious reaction to conscious creation. That's not wishful thinking, it's neuroscience and quantum focus. Because when your brain aligns with gratitude, presence, and intention, the quantum field responds. That's how you start discovering the truth. The signs were never random. They were training you to wake up. So how do you actually use 1111 energy to manifest quantum shifts? Here's the method I teach, the same one that rewires both your frequency and your focus. It's called the Quantum Alignment Code. And it has 3 steps: awareness, intention, and expansion. Step 1, awareness. You can't change energy you don't notice. So start observing without judgment. Notice what triggers your emotions, what drains your energy, what lights you up. When you see 1111, whisper to yourself, "I am aware. I am awake. I choose my energy." This moment of awareness flips your energy from autopilot to alignment. Step 2, intention. Your intention is your broadcast signal to the universe. Energy follows direction, always. So set a clear, elevated intention the moment you feel that sign appear. Instead of saying, "I want money," say, "I am aligned with abundance that supports my purpose." Instead of, "I don't want to be alone," say, "I am ready to attract the energy that expands my soul." See the difference? One is lack. The other is expansion. Practical exercise number 2, quantum command. Each time you see 1111, speak a command out loud. Something like, "I align with my highest timeline. Everything I desire is already mine in vibration. I am open to receiving my next level." That single moment reprograms your frequency, and your brain, to match that new reality. Step 3, expansion. This is the hardest part. Once you've set the intention, you have to expand beyond doubt. That means you trust the unseen. You act as if it's already done. You walk, talk, breathe as if your new reality has already arrived. Quantum physicists call this state coherence. Your thoughts, emotions, and energy field must vibrate as one. Most people sabotage this step. They ask for a sign, see it, then doubt it. They say, "What if I'm imagining things?" And just like that, they collapse the wave of potential. But when you stay expanded in faith, without forcing, without chasing, reality rearranges itself. Example. When Nikola Tesla was asked how he discovered his inventions, he said, "I see them in my mind first. Then I let the universe fill in the details." That's quantum manifestation. That's faith meeting frequency. When you master this method, 1111 stops being a mystery. It becomes your personal activation code. Let's talk about what happens when you truly align with this energy. Your outer world begins to mirror your inner one. You'll notice synchronicities increase, songs, names, opportunities lining up like dominoes. You'll meet people who match the vibration of your next chapter. Even challenges will feel like training instead of punishment. This is the transformation phase, where manifestation stops being magic and starts being mathematics of energy. Remember Emily, the artist from earlier? She told me that once she trusted the 1111 message, her fear dissolved. She started meditating for just 11 minutes a day, focusing on gratitude and visualization. She imagined herself living her dream life, not hoping, feeling it. In 3 months, her reality reflected her inner shift. She said, "I stopped chasing and started aligning." And that's the key, you attract what you are, not what you want. Your frequency becomes your fate. Here's what most people miss. Transformation isn't about adding things to your life. It's about removing what's blocking your natural energy flow. That's why you may lose friends, outgrow jobs, or suddenly feel the urge to move cities. It's not chaos, it's calibration. Every time you see 1111 during this phase, it's the universe saying, "You're evolving. Don't turn back." Practical exercise number 3, the mirror frequency. Each morning, stand in front of a mirror. Look into your eyes for 11 seconds and affirm, "I am the frequency of love. I am the vibration of abundance. I am the creator of my reality." This isn't ego, it's embodiment. Because the quantum field doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your state. Transformation happens the moment your inner energy becomes louder than your external fear. And that's when miracles become measurable. So now what? Once you awaken to the code, once 1111 becomes your language. What's next? The answer is simple: share the frequency. This isn't just about your manifestation, it's about collective ascension. Every time you raise your vibration, you lift the entire human grid a little higher. Every smile, every act of kindness, every grateful breath sends ripples through the quantum field. Scientists at the HeartMath Institute discovered that the human heart generates an electromagnetic field up to 10 feet around your body. That means your energy literally affects everyone you meet. So imagine if every person who saw 1111 decided to vibrate higher. To love deeper, forgive faster, create boldly. We'd quantumly shift this planet into a higher state of consciousness. That's the real mission. This awakening isn't about ego, it's about evolution. It's not, "Look how spiritual I am." It's, "How can I serve through alignment?" Let me tell you one last story. A man named Jason used to feel invisible. He saw 1111 for years and ignored it. One night, he decided to act. He started volunteering at a local shelter, not for attention, just from intuition. Within months, he met his soulmate there, a woman who had seen 1111 that same night before volunteering. Coincidence? Or quantum alignment? You decide. Practical exercise number 4, 1111 Intention Broadcast. Every night at 1111, take 11 seconds to send gratitude into the world. Think of one person you love, one thing you're grateful for, and one intention for humanity. Whisper it. Feel it. You'll be amazed how your life mirrors that energy back. Because here's the secret. You are not waiting for signs. You are the sign. The universe doesn't speak English, it speaks frequency. And right now, it's speaking through you. So the next time you see 1111, don't just glance, awaken. That number isn't chasing you, it's calling you. To remember who you are. To choose your thoughts with precision. To live from your highest vibration. Because once you align your energy with your intention, reality becomes your reflection. If this message found you today, it's not random. It's your soul saying, let's rise. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. And whisper it right now. I am aligned. I am awake. I am infinite. If you felt this truth, share it. Someone out there is seeing 1111 tonight, and needs to hear this exact message. Subscribe. Join this frequency. Let's awaken the world, one sign at a time.